Wubba lubba dub dub, motherfuckers. What is going on, everyone? Haha, I got y'all good. Some of you that clicked on the video are probably thinking, what the fuck? Where's Bismarck? Where's the canned cold Bismarck at? The picture showed her bending over looking at a table showing her back end. And the title says Bismarck from below. Well, you know what, guys? It is a video about the Bismarck from below. But not like that. If you guys were thinking of seeing the canned coals human form of Bismarck from below, you guys are mistaken. So you guys got fucking trolled. And if you guys are thinking it's going to be a little bit of a booty call, you know, little sneaky peeky fuck show, you're wrong. But I did not lie. We are looking at Bismarck from below. Bismarck from below. As I show you how to correct the bottom and add the details to the Revell 1/350 scale model of the DKM Bismarck. So I did not fucking lie. I did not fucking lie. So if you guys are still around and you haven't got pissed off and turned the video off just yet, it is I, everyone's favorite jack of all trades with a foul mouth, and thank you for joining me. And if you're new to the channel, hit the fucking subscribe button, hit the notification button, never miss another video. There's a few people that have actually unsubscribed, I don't know why. Kind of weird shit. Anyway, you can see in front of me, I have this awesome book, Anatomy of the Ship, the Battleship Bismarck. And this is actually where a lot of the information came for the work I'm doing here. And I got this from the library as an interlibrary loan. Fucking awesome book. I'm definitely going to do a video on this book to show you guys this book. This book is fucking awesome. I've got to get my own copy of this shit. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get right in it. So the section that we need is about the hull structure. Okay, we are dealing with the hull, primarily the bottom of the hull. Okay, and as you can see from some of the side profile stuff, you can see the docking keel, which is big, massive, flat slab. And by the way, all the plates and stuff at this scale, you would not see those plate lines. So that's why I didn't even try to do it. But if you see in this drawing here, you can see the raised edges of the plate, and you can see the kind of like the indentions that, oh, this thing has got a massive flat plate piece on it. So Revell actually did a pretty good job with actually modeling the keel, the flat docking keel, except they did not put those raised grooves that you can see clearly in the drawings of the ship. So what I had to do is take my handy dandy knife, and I first scored the entire area where the docking keel was at, based off of this line drawing right here, because you can see the line going up through here down to here and there, and stops relatively a little bit before the propeller, the aft propeller shaft, which you can see there's the line for the back of the keel, and right there is the propeller shaft bossings, which would be that part there. Now you're probably wondering, how was I able to create these raised up lips of the docking keel? Well, that's very fucking easy. I took some thin pieces of thin clear plastic and I cut them into the angled pieces they needed to be, and I glued them on. I didn't glue them completely flat down to the bottom of Bismarck, because they had to be stood up a little bit. Because next thing I did after I did all that, I took my fucking contour putty and I filled these motherfuckers in all the way underneath them, and I put contour putty on top of all these, and I let them dry for about 5-6 hours. And then I went to fucking town with sanding it, you know, sanding the shit out of them, and taking, you know, my tools and actually shaping these parts, also taking my knife and shit and actually shaping the contours that you see at the bottom of the docking keel on the Bismarck. And so the reason why it's like that is because when the ship would be in dry dock, it would completely sit fucking flat. As you can see here, it sits completely fucking flat, like on the dry dock floor. And that's the reason why it's done like that, which is pretty fucking ingenious. Now, the next part of the Bismarck that we're dealing with the hull, and it actually would be under the fittings section of the book. We are dealing with the degaussing cable. Yes, the ship has a degaussing cable, which right here. As the degaussing cable is slightly below the black part, and it started from the forward part of the ship all the way around, went to the other side. Because see, part 29, which is the MES, or the Magnetschieter Eigenschlitz degaussing cable. Now, I'm going to use my tool as a bookmark, and I'm going to show you how this thing wrapped around, because you can see it wrapping around the stern there. Okay, you can see on the line drawing, it comes up, touches the point where just at the bottom where the red meets with the black, and it goes back again. So what I did for mine, I took the fishing line and I started it at the fucking point where it was started at, right below the anchor hawser here. And you can see just barely that line right there, that thin molded line that represents the black band right below it. And I went all the way around. This is all one piece. And I met up right where it shows, right at the tip, come back around, all the way around, and I met up to there. And how I put that on there, as I was doing it, I would hold the end of the fishing line up, and I run a thin fucking bead of glue using this, and I would lay it down right where it needed to be. And I took the handle of my knife and I pushed it down like so to get it down on there and get that shit down there and adjusted, and it fucking worked. And as you guys already know, I've puttied the shit out of the joint and shit on the bottom, filled that in, also filled in all of the the seams and shit around the propeller shafts, and got all that done and dealt with. Now, one more thing I need to show you. You see this indentation here and this indentation here in the bow. There's one of these on both the port and starboard side. This is for a sonar system, an underwater acoustic sonar that the Bismarck had. Okay, and you can see it very well in this line drawing here and here. So the bow or the model does not have that detail. So what I had to do is I took a little template and I laid it on there and I traced it. And then I took my fucking knife and I scored the area where it was going to be on both sides. I'll just fucking show you. Fucking both sides. Like so. And I took the knife and I just started, fucking, shaving away at it until I had the indentions for the sonar on. Let's see if I can show you guys. Alright, there's the one on the bow, there's the one on the port side, and there's the, if I can fucking show you guys. There we go. There's the one on the starboard side. It's all fucking there. That's actually something that Revell did not do. For the most part, like I said, fucking Revell did a really nice fucking job shaping and modeling the hull of Bismarck. But I'm trying to see if I can find those. Here we go. And right there, see, there's that degaussing cable. See where I told you it touches just right below the black. This kind of a color image that kind of shows you how that's done. And here are the line drawings, the hull line drawings, the 1/200 scale. I actually made a template in 1/350 scale based on these, and I mated them up to the different parts of the hull. And honestly, for the most part, they fit perfectly, except for a couple of areas which I had to kind of sand a little bit to file it and make it fit a little bit better. But you know, it actually worked out really fucking well. Push that book back. So, like I said, I've got the, you know, the areas carved out for the underwater sonar. I've got the degaussing girdle, the degaussing cable, you know, for the, you know, anti-magnetic mine. And I've also got the bits added to the already molded docking keel for basically the flat foot of the ship. And I did a bunch of putty work and stuff, and so now the only thing left to do on the hull and shit before it is ready to be painted and shit is to get the Pontos detailing set, which includes, you know, all the shit necessary, like all the add-on pieces for the vents and the little hatch cover, doors and shit and like that. And so, there you have it, guys. That's what I've been working on. And that right there is, you know, Bismarck from below and everything I've done to the bottom of the Revell 1/350 scale Bismarck. Like I said, it is Bismarck from below. We did deal with the bottom of the Bismarck. It wasn't Ken Cole's Bismarck like some of you probably were wishing, you fucking perverts. But if you really want to look at that shit, go Rule 34 Ken Cole's Bismarck and then you'll see all that fucking shit. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe learned something. And until the next video, this is Commodore Urban, saying smooth seas and clear skies, happy sailing with all of you. God bless you all and take care until next time. Catch you later, and I'll see you later. So long.